Hello guys, hopefully you are doing well, and Harry here, and today I would like to make another video on the QuantitativeAnalyst portfolio performance and investment opportunity, right? So last video was economic performance and investment opportunity, right? So basically the difference between this video and the last video is like I promised you in the last video that we're gonna do portfolio management, right? Basically on the portfolio performance, how our investment will look like for over time for 20 years if we had invested into top 5 to 10 companies, right? So basically I'm not gonna pick up that much big companies, so I'm gonna pick up like just the 4 top big companies, right? I'm gonna pick up Apple, Google, Microsoft and Amazon. Then I want to see like how my portfolio will look like in this 20 years, right? Will it grow or it will go down? How much will the return? So basically we are doing a simulations, right? So it is like a back testing, right? So what I would like to suggest you guys, right? First of all, before making this video, right guys, let me make clear, right? If you are making any financial decision watching my video, right, please guys don't do that, right? So please don't do that. So the purpose of this video is to make you guys understand how to construct a portfolio using Python, right? So let's make it to the education, right? So let's not bring the real money on the table while it's come to investing in the portfolio using this video, right? So I want you guys to learn the Python, right, to build your own portfolio, right, to construct your own portfolio and do simulations, right, to check the performance of the company or the index, right, or anything, right, which bring the value to you, right? So you can also use outside the outside the world, you can use for the business, how the business can bring the value, right? So basically that's how you can use this all my portfolios, all my data I've been providing you during these videos, right? So guys, let's make it clear, right? So no more investment or there's no investment should be made watching this video, okay? So let's start guys, right? So let's start with one of the topic today. So our second video on quant analysis, right? So our topic is portfolio performance and investment opportunity, right? So hopefully you remember this file, right? So last time we created this file from scratch on the previous video, and I'm gonna do some modification over here. I'm gonna delete those unnecessary block, right? So I'll delete this, right? I'll delete this, and we're gonna code that again from scratch. So basically I'm trying to delete this. Yeah, there we go. So we're gonna need this. So we're gonna need those first library, right? The import of library, and second we're gonna need this calculate profit. Third we're gonna need this to plot our graph portfolio performance, right? So basically we're constructing the portfolios and we are doing simulations. So basically we're gonna use 4 companies, and for 4 companies I don't want to individually code all those graph, right? Right guys, to save the time, basically what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna delete this JSPC. So basically instead of ticker I will say tickers, because we're gonna have a list of company, right? We don't even have a single company, right? So we're gonna say tickers, right? So guys, that sound cool, isn't it? So AAPL, and we're gonna say sorry, it's need to be capital, right? GOOGL, right? Then MSFT, right? Then we have AMZ, and basically stand for the Amazon, right? So now I'm gonna run this and I need to check this whether everything is correctly mentioned or not, right? So now you can see AAPL, right? So that stand for the Apple, and GOGL that stand for the Google, right? MSFT that stand for the Microsoft, and AMZN that stand for the Amazon, okay? So basically our next step, we basically gonna make a block, right? One new block, and we're gonna declare data. So basically we're gonna store all the data over here in the form of our dictionary, right? So after that I'm gonna say I'm gonna use a for loop. Let's say for ticker, right? Basically a single ticker inside our tickers, right? So basically those are our ticker, and those all become our tickers, right? So I will say ticker, right? So for ticker in tickers, okay? For ticker in tickers, then I will say I'll copy this, right? So that will save our time, right? So let's say stock equal to YF dot ticker. So basically we know we know the YF stand for the Y finance side. So stock is our object, right? So you can see over here on the top, there we go, YF, right? So import Y finance as YF, right? So basically Y finance is our basically Yahoo Finances stand for, right? It is our API where we're mining data from API, right? So it doesn't matter which kind of API you use can use other API also, until unless you have those data for the stock, right? So basically you are fine, right? So after that we'll say one more thing, right? So we'll say stock, and we'll put over here, right? So that's look fine to me. Yeah, stock equal to stock. Yeah, that's look absolutely fine. Or let's do one thing, right? Instead of stock, let's make it history, right? Or stock history, or history will be fine, just to save time, right? So then we're gonna say data. So data, hopefully you remember over here, we have declared data over here, right? Data, and we're gonna say ticker, uh, right? Basically ticker, and we're gonna say equal to history, right? So now we run this. Now we basically gonna check what's inside our data, right? So I'm gonna only put 10 of them, and oops, sorry, the slicing is not allowed. So there we go. You can see over here, right? So those are all our data. So basically it has the data of Apple, data of Google, data of Microsoft, and Amazon, right? So that's all, right? So basically if I say type, you can see over here, this is our dictionary, right? So if I say data, right, if I go data, then I will say inside over here AAPL, right? So it should give us something, right? So now you can see over here, those are the Apple data, right? If I say close, basically now you can even access to your Apple close data, right? Then basically you can say LAN overall, right? Now you can see 5036. So again I'm gonna use the another one was Google, right? GOOGL. So it was 4721. Okay, so the another one is MSFT. So it's 5036, right? So another one is Amazon AMZN, right? So now you can see the shape over here, right? So there's a different shape, right? So if I say Apple, that's 5036. When it's come to Google, it's 4721. So Microsoft 5036, and basically Amazon 5036. So now you can see over here we have to make some adjustment. Okay, so 4721, right? So basically I really want to know what's going on, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create one block over here, and guys, we are doing this live, right? So I haven't planned anything, I haven't prepared anything, right? So I'm just doing in front of you. Okay, so you can see plot over here, right? Should give us something, right? I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Right, guys, this is very heavy. You can see over here it is really heavy. There we go, guys. So basically this is our plot for our Google, right? So because I found something irregularity in our Google, right? 4721, right? Because other is 5036. So if I put an Apple over here, I really want to know what's going on at the moment, right? So let's see. So basically start after 2004. So then another is starting after, I'm like before, I think it's before 2004. So there is some overlap between those area, I think so. Yeah, there we go. That's before 2004 and this is after 2004, right? So basically what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna do a Google, right? So let's say Google. So now we're quickly gonna check when the Google IPO was launched. So basically IPO stands for the initial public offering, right? You can see over here Google initial public offering IPO took place on August 19, 2004. At IPO, the company offered this much amount of share, right, of 85 per share. So basically I'm gonna go back over here, right? So now I'm gonna validate this answer, right? Does our Y Finance provide exact correct answer or not? So basically what I'm gonna do on the validation over here is just to check the Google. Yeah, that's fine. uh Okay, I just want to show you guys how we basically do that, right? So geo capital in it. So yeah, that's look fine. Okay, and need to delete this, and I'm gonna store this as a Google, right? And this also Google, and well, this also Google. Okay, so I'm gonna run this now. I will say Google dot, I will say had, right? Basically those had, it's give me the 5 top. So it says 2004, right? August and 19. Okay, so that should match our answer, August 19 2004. Okay, so basically basically while selecting the 20 year, we have invested in a Google on the day first of the I'm like on the day first when the share has been launched. Okay, so that's cool, that's cool. Okay, so that should give us a good answer, you know what I mean. So let's move on, right? So let's move on, and we have checked the shape over here, 5036 5036 and 4721, and you can see over here 5036. So basically now now what we're gonna do is basically we're gonna make an investment. Let's say total investment, right? So total investment, let's say 10,000. Sorry, there we go. That's how it's working Python, right? So let me double check is our the value is correct or not. So guys, so next is the initial share price and the future share price for this ticker, right? So basically I'm gonna say initial let's say share price, that will be better. So I'm gonna keep an empty dictionary. Then I will say future prices, that will be all empty dictionary, right? So now I'm gonna iterate, right? I'm gonna say for ticker, which is basically a single ticker inside our tickers. That's the tickers is our list. You can see over in the top again, just for a reminder, that is our ticker, right? Those are our ticker, and those are tickers is our list, right? So okay, so for ticker in tickers, right? Then we're gonna say price says it's gonna declare a variable inside our for loop. So price is, let's say data. You remember about the data, right? Let me show you again, right? Those data, right? So data, and we're gonna say tickers, right? Then on the ticker we're gonna iterate to, sorry, we're gonna index through iterating inside the close price. Then I will say initial share, let's press a tab, yeah, there we go, right? Then we're gonna say ticker, right? Then price is dot ilog, right? That stands for integer locations, that will be 0. The another will be future share prices, right? Ticker, right, equal to prices. So I'm gonna run this. Look like something is wrong over here. We have declared wrong variables maybe. Future share price, there you go, there's a capital over here, right? Put a small. I can see over here, I will show you what we have stored. So now you can see we have stored those values, right? For initial share price, that is the that is basically the day one share price when we have described 20 years. So this is the first day of the 20 years, right? Let's say sorry, future share price, right? The small one, small s, sorry, that's fine. Yeah, those are our future share price. Well, look like something is wrong over here, especially when it's come to these ones are fine. These one are fine. Oh yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, you can see over here those the current one, right? The future, right? So basically let's move on, right? So what's next? So next we have to build I'm like a code for basically calculating the profit over the time for each ticker, right? So I will say profits, and open and close curly bracket is basically for a dictionary. So and say for ticker in tickers, we're using the same method, right? And I will say profits, right? Then I will say profit, then I will say ticker, basically that's a iterator, ticker equal to empty dictionary, no sorry, empty list, right? Because the empty dictionary is the profit over here, right? So using the empty list, and then we are using the nested loop for price in future. Let's say first price in future, share prices, which basically we are iterating inside this future share prices, this one side. So we have to segregate some value from there. So we have to use a ticker again. Let's again say profit, right? Not as, right? Profit, right? Not profits. Let's say profit, and let's say calculate calculate profit. Hopefully you remember the algorithm we have built on the previous video, and we still have those algorithm in our this notebook. So calculate profit, right? So we're gonna call that. So calculate profit, then we'll say total investment, right? You remember the total investment, that was our $10,000. Allocation ratio. So let me also describe the allocation ratio over here. Let's pick it randomly, right? Let's pick it randomly, like 40%, right? Then let's say 30%, right? Let's say 20%, right? And let's say 10%. Okay, so basically those are our allocation ratio, right? So I'm gonna copy this, right? And I'm gonna take this and gonna print somewhere over here. So yeah, so now you can see our allocation ratio is like 40% to Apple, right? And 30% to Google, right? 20% to Microsoft and 10% to Amazon. Okay, so after that, what we're gonna do next is I'm gonna use the allocation ratio, and I'm gonna use a ticker, right? So let's say tickers dot index is basically gonna index, and I say ticker, then close this, right? Another is initial share prices. So then I have to use a indexing with the help of ticker, right? So basically it's a iterator, and I will say price. Okay, so let's see, hopefully this run fine. So before that I need to also append this sorry, profit, then I have to use ticker again. Yeah, then I will say dot append. After appending, let's say profit. Okay, look like something is wrong, right? So oh, I forgot to put s over here, so that's need to be a profits, not profit, right? So yeah, there we go. Now you can see over here profits, right? So those are all the data we have received, right? So now I'm gonna just delete this block because I'm not gonna use this at the moment. I'm gonna delete this, right? So basically let's make some few block. So basically now we're gonna do the visualization, right? So basically for the visualization we need to use those code again, right? We have mentioned on the block over here, right? Plot profit over time, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use a for loop again, right? So for ticker in tickers, right? And I will say plot profit over time, right? And I will say data, oops sorry, over time, open and close parentheses, right? And I will say data, then I will say ticker, right? So then after that we have mentioned this, then we have to go through the, because first is our x-axis, right? Hopefully remember that's our x-axis, that's basically our date, and second need to be our basically our price, which is our y-axis, right? So let's say profit, right? And it's profits, right? So yeah, that's profits, that's perfect. And I will say ticker, right? So next we can run this. So before running this, I really want to print those all the investment, how much profit we made, right? So I will say print right, I'm gonna use a f string, then I will say profit over, let's say profit over time. And basically I'm also gonna mention ticker, right? So profit over time for, so the ticker I'm using, right? So because see, those are the iterator, right? So ticker is basically our iterator, so the iterator we are using, so it's a ticker basically. And I will say print, then I will say investment amount, and yeah, it will say investment amount. That basically I'm not using any f string over here. I will say total total investment time allocated ratio, and we'll say tickers, right, dot index. And we also gonna go through ticker, right? And we're gonna close this, and that's look fine. Yep. Another is like we're gonna have a final profit and loss panel. Let's say profit, oops sorry, profit, and let's say loss, profit and loss. And yep, that's really better, isn't it? So let's say profits, right? So now I'll say tickers, ticker, then I'll use a negative index to check like the overall value of the portfolio. Negative index basically represent the maximum value, basically it's a backward indexing, right? And I will make a space in case if anything happen, right? And yeah, make it vivid professional, right? That's look fine. So let's give a try. Okay, so there we go. That's look absolutely fine and absolutely beautiful. You can see over here profit over time, and those are for the Apple, right? So basically what's happened over here is like Amazon, this is mentioning for the Amazon, right? This is mentioning for the Microsoft, and this is mentioning for Google, but this is mentioning for Apple. But see what really I want to do is like I really want to know this into the form of the stack graph, right? Because I love stack graph. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make some modifications over here. So let's say we have a plot, right? The plot is fine, right? So basically I'm gonna say plt dot stack plot, right? Stack plot. Then I'm gonna basically I'm gonna use everything same, right? So I'm gonna copy all of this, right? And just gonna paste over here. So instead of gold, I will use something different color. I will use dark, right? Yeah, that's really fine. So oops sorry, yeah, now we're back again on this block. So we're gonna run this again, and there we go, guys. That's look much better. That's look much better. So yeah, that's look perfect. You can see over here the Apple is basically, this is our Apple chart where we have invested I think how much we invested on Apple. Let's see, we have invested nearly if I put tickers, then we will know. We have invested nearly on Apple 40%, right? So the 40% of our let's say 0.4 time 10,000, that is our 4,000, right? So basically it's mentioned over here. Yeah, there you go, 4,000, right? Investment amount. So that's give us a profit of 1 2 3 4 5 6, nearly a six figure, like 2.5 million, right? Basically if you invested on the on Apple when the IPO was launched, nearly around $4,000, right? So today your investment was worth of 2.5 million, so 2.6 million nearly, isn't it? 1 2 3 4 5 6, yeah. So another is Google where you invested 3,000, right? So the Google 3,000, yeah, there we go, that's 30%, right? 4 5 6 7, yeah. So basically now you can see on a Google, the return will be 1 2 3 4 5 6. So nearly that's not exactly a million, right? This is not a million. It's nearly 143,666, right? So that's a good return, but that's a really good return. So the another one is Microsoft, where 20%. So 20% on Microsoft. Let's see over here. So that is the 2000, right? So 7 8 9 10 sorry, 7 8 9. Yeah, that's basically 20%, right? So 2000, and we have left only 1000 more. That will be of course for the last company. So the profit will be 39,390, right? And another is Amazon, that we have invested only 1000, and basically those are our last leftover money in our portfolio, right? 10%. So on that 10%, that probably give us a return of 72,856 on 20-year of time period, right? So I'm gonna make one more algorithm. So basically this algorithm will calculate the overall value of the portfolio, right? So it will be super easy, right? So let's try this. Okay, so I'm gonna name this as like a profit and loss panel, right? So let's say final profit. Let's say final profit equal to sum, right? So basically sum, right? We're gonna do a sum. That's a Python built-in function. So basically, if you're watching my Python videos for 60-day challenge, you can learn about the sum over there, how to use the sum, right? So basically sum is very easy. Just sum up all the values inside our list, right? So let's say sum, let's say profits, profits, it's need to be s as instance, right? So profits, and I'll say ticker, I'll say negative index, right? Just one. And I will say for ticker, this basically for loop, right? In tickers, right? And we're gonna close this, and we're gonna do this parentheses, right? So right guys, so basically what's happened over here, we have a sum, right? So now we are using for loop. So let's say x, these are the x for x in ticker, right? So basically we are indexing inside the ticker and we are summing all of them, right? So let's say, oh sorry, we forgot to run this block, right? If we run this block and if we get final profit, so this is our final profit. This is the overall amount we had made from this £10,000 investment. So this is our final profit, right? So basically now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make one more variables. Let's say final investment worth. So what we're gonna do over here is we're gonna do total investment, right? Total investment plus final profit. So it won't be that much effective, but it will give you a certain change in the value, because you remember you have invested nearly £10,000. So those are £10,000 add up over here, right? So that's become the final investment worth, right? So because those are only the profit we are talking about, the final profit, right? So basically those are the separate as compared to your investment, right? So next is percentage change, right? So we want to know how much percent profit we have made, right? So let's say percentage, right, change. Oops, sorry. Imagine you have to make a report and you have to show like, okay, how much the worth of the portfolio after 20 years. So basically you can use this formula. Let's say final profit divide by total investment, right? Total investment, then say time 100, then you say percentage change. I can see over here those are the percentage change over here, right? So basically we'll say print. I really want to organize. Let's say add string. You can say percentage, right? We can say percentage, right? And let's say percentage change. I just make it simple. Percentage change, right? Open and close curly bracket. right? I can see over here, and we can just write one more thing, percentage symbol, and we need to round the value. So basically round, and after rounding up, we will say we just want only two point decimal, right, place. So that is 28467.89%. So that is nearly 28,469% return, right? Wow, that's crazy. So basically those people who invested on this 4 tech companies, they were a millionaire at the moment, right? So let's say panel equal to initial investment, right? So and total investment, and let's say final investment, let's say final investment worth. Oops, sorry, I forgot to put a worth over here, right? So let's put a worth. That will look cool and nice. So basically why I'm doing this, right, I'm converting this into the data frame pandas side. So basically, so I can plot the graph. I like doing this, you know what I mean? So I have a habit of doing this. So okay, then I will say panel, right? Basically panel is our profit and loss panel. So panel is our df. So I will say pd dot data frame. So spelling it to be fine, it need to be in a capital D and F, that's fine. Then panel is our data set, right? So then I'll pass an index. Basically we're passing an index 0, index just to make look cool. I will just gonna do in another block, panel dot df dot plot, right, dot bar. Okay, then I will say plt dot show. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, there we go, guys. So now you can see over here that is really cool. You can see over here those are our investment, right? Those are our initial investment of $10,000, right? So on 2002 to 2003, and those is our return on the after 20 years, right? So if you're investing on 2003, so this year was the your investment was worth 2.9 million nearly, right? So if I'm correct, yeah, 2.85, yeah, 2.85 million, right? So you can see it's a 6-figure, 1 2 3 4 5 6, yeah. Right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video, right? And hopefully this video is informative, and I will post this file into LinkedIn and also on the GitHub. You can follow me over there and you can ask me whatever the question you want in LinkedIn, or you can like put the comment into the comment section in YouTube. So basically if you have any problem, just contact me. I will help you out, right, guys? Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed watching this video, and I will provide all these files on the link below the description side. You can download this file from GitHub, and basically if you want to ask me any questions, if you have any problem, just feel free to contact me on LinkedIn, right? Or you can put anything into the comment sections, right, guys? So I will see you on next video, right? So you have a nice day, right? Cheers and peace.